There are now over 240 million people in America. Most are unhappy in their work, and just about everyone is looking for a way to make more money. There are many ways to achieve financial success, such as traditional education followed by years of climbing the corporate ladder.
In the year that I built up my territory to its largest income potential, the very next year, I guess because I was earning a little bit too much money, they cut my territory. And a year or two later, they cut my commissions.
I spent 6 years climbing the corporate ladder, and I finally realized that no matter how high I climbed, that I was still only going to make a fraction of what I was really worth.
I wasn't getting the two things that I thought were important: independence and freedom, and also a six-figure-a-year income.
Others choose to start their own businesses. Unfortunately, 80% of these new enterprises fail within the first few years.
My first business was a bar and restaurant, and I had a retail store at the same time. With the bar and restaurant, I really burned out after 2 years. A lot of headaches and stress in that business. And with the retail store, I found that I just couldn't make enough profit with the one store. And if I wanted to make more profit, I'd have to open up 2 or 3 other stores, which I realized at the time would just double or triple my headaches and my overhead and problems.
I started my own company, ended up with a rather large, successful company. I had actually over 100 employees, but also I had the liabilities and the cash flow problems, the inventory situations, the regulations, and the type of things that make owning a business sometimes a nightmare.
To avoid these pitfalls, many people buy franchises to increase the odds of success.
But here, the price of entry can be tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars, and a lifetime of paying out a percentage of your earnings to the franchising company. In reality, it's just another way of buying a job.
Had tremendously high overhead in the form of employees, workman's comp, building leases, inventory, ongoing expenses, and of course the franchisor got their percentage off the top. But after 5 years of not taking a vacation, I realized that I didn't own a business, it owned me.
Well, with the franchise, I paid an enormous amount of money for the right to use a business name in a specific location. It gave me the right to buy a lot of equipment from this company, the right to pay them 6% royalty fees.
Some Americans choose one of the professions, but after extensive and often expensive education, you're stuck for years in the same practice.
I've spent 30 years as one of the top fee-paid financial consultants in this country, and as an end result of my work effort working with Fortune 500 company execs such as 3M's top 100 execs, General Mills top 50, Honeywell's top 45, Control Data's top 40, my job was to build their net worth so that they could concentrate on the company that they worked for and building the bottom line of that company. As a result of the '86 tax law and the retroactivity of that tax law, that took my 30 years of work experience in the financial community and gave it the glide angle of a brick.
The last 25 years have changed dramatically, and now the ball game has changed also. Federal government has taken over with Medicare. They control my income. They control my overhead. HMOs, you have to practice discounted medicine. Medicaid has also reduced your income. The cost of medical malpractice is fairly severe.
With today's escalating regulations and liabilities, this American dream is quickly becoming the American trap. The shocking fact is that by age 65, only 5% of us are financially independent. Historically, those people who have achieved both independence and financial freedom, regardless of background and finances, are those who have positioned themselves in front of trends. John F. Kennedy once said, "The rising of the tide carries all ships to the top." What you are about to see is 3 powerful waves in the 1990s that will carry some of you, those ready to seize the moment, to the top, to financial independence. According to the Harvard Rule of 4, there are 4 primary considerations in evaluating any business plan. First, who is the company behind it, and what is its record of success? Second, is the company positioned in a booming market? Third, how good are the company's products, and do they address the timely needs of the marketplace? And fourth, what is the compensation structure? Is there an opportunity for you to earn income in proportion to your own success? For the next few minutes, we're going to use this rule of 4 to evaluate an extraordinary company. National Safety Associates is a high-quality manufacturer of environmental filtration products.
Located in Memphis, Tennessee, NSA has over 20 successful years of experience in providing quality products for the home and office. With keen foresight, NSA entered the environmental industry long before it was fashionable, and soon became #1 in the important point-of-use water and air filtration industries, selling more than all its competitors combined. NSA was recently honored with the prestigious Outstanding Company Award given by the City of Memphis. Other distinguished winners of this award have been Holiday Inns of America and Federal Express. NSA was also awarded the Tennessee Exporter of the Year Award, winning over Eastman Kodak and other major exporters. Today, NSA is an international company, having entered the Canadian market in 1988, the United Kingdom in 1989, and Germany in 1991. Inc. magazine has rated NSA as the 22nd fastest-growing privately held company in America, with 8,039% growth in the last 5 years. Of the 500 companies on the list, only 5, including NSA, repeated from the previous year.
NSA has been guided by the same president and board of directors for the past 20 years, a remarkable testament to the company's stability.
NSA has had a long-term banking relationship with the National Bank of Commerce of Memphis, Tennessee, where they maintain an average daily deposit balance in excess of $10 million. This is a 20-year-old company with an impressive track record, but their sales growth over the last 5 years has been remarkable, particularly from a financial standpoint. This growth has been funded without excessive leverage. In fact, they've incurred virtually no long-term debt. If you're familiar with the Dun & Bradstreet service, their 4A2 rating speaks for itself in describing their financial credibility. From a banker's standpoint, NSA is a very strong company, highly liquid, a solid net worth.
NSA is a growth company with maturity, a winning combination. But what about the future of the environmental filtration industry that NSA dominates? According to the EPA, we now emit millions of pounds of toxic chemicals into the land, air, and water each year. We've been despoiling our home. But it hasn't gone unnoticed. News stories in abundance and a heightened interest in health and the environment have awakened society. This environmental wave is cresting.
In the best-selling book Megatrends, author John Nesbitt predicts that the environmental industry will grow to be the largest industry in history, surpassing all industries before it. According to a poll by the Roper Group for USA Today, over 80% of Americans believe the 2 greatest problems that we will have to face in the 1990s is the quality of our water and the quality of our air. It's no wonder that the Wall Street Journal recently reported, "If you think business is bad now, wait for the next couple of years, unless you're in the environmental business."
The home environmental filtration industry has a unique position in the environmental wave. Consumer concerns, fanned by relentless news stories and frightening studies, makes the timing perfect. NSA embodies this quotation from Inc. magazine. Other businesses typically think about serving a market, but Inc. 500 companies seem to think about creating a market. They set out to do something no one else is doing. It is estimated that less than 5% of the homes and offices today have a water filtration system, and less than 1% have an air filtration system. It's also estimated that as much as 50% of homes and offices will have such systems in the years to come.
Newsweek says that the water business is a booming business. With the cost of clean, good-tasting water so high, the Wall Street Journal claims that the market for water filter and purification devices is on the verge of exploding. The LA Times has reported, "It is only a matter of time until consumers will turn from bottled water to home purification systems."
The truth is, millions already have switched. But the sales explosion for home water and air filtration is just beginning to build.
The Kiplinger letter predicts booming demand for home water purifiers because of growing concern about quality of tap water. The market will probably double by 1993. According to a market research study by Frost & Sullivan of New York, the leading application of home water treatment technology is remedying taste and odor problems.
That's why the bottled water industry today is a multi-billion-dollar business. And within a few years, projections show the industry climbing to $20 billion a year. Millions of consumers are paying anywhere from 70 cents to $2 per gallon for bottled water to have good-tasting chlorine-free drinking water. Because NSA virtually owns the home water filtration business, bottled water is the main competitor. NSA water filtration products remove chlorine from the water at home before you drink it. And the cost for this great-tasting water is just 3 to 5 cents per gallon. A tremendous savings over bottled water. NSA has designed a complete line of maintenance-free water filtration products for the home and office. In addition, they've developed a line of filters for special applications, such as wells and heavy metal removal. There's a quality product for most home and office applications.
Since we've used an NSA water filter, everything tastes better. Our ice cubes, coffee, juices, everything.
I've been hauling bottled water for years and paying a lot of money for it. Now I've got as much good water as I want, whenever I want it. I'm saving time and money, and it's better for the environment because I'm not using all those plastic containers.
I drink a lot of coffee. Some mornings it's bitter, some mornings there's even a film on the coffee. But since we switched to the NSA water filter, I've noticed that bitterness is gone, that film's gone. You know, it's not a big deal, but it sure makes my mornings better.
Surprisingly, the American Lung Association is warning everybody about new EPA findings showing that air pollution indoors is often 20 times worse than outdoors. 80 to 90% of the air we breathe is indoor air. To address the problem of polluted indoor air, NSA has designed a complete line of high-quality air treatment products. NSA makes available to consumers the same air treatment technology used in hospital operating rooms, burn centers, and computer clean rooms. The New York Times recently reported that the sales potential for the air filtration industry may be 3 times larger than the huge water filtration industry because there are many more applications. Over 40 million people suffer today from allergies and various respiratory problems.
As a dentist, there's tremendous application to air filtration. In the dental office, I have the 7000A air filter as well as the water filters in my office, and they work beautifully.
I've had allergies for about 30 years, and the first night that I turned our air filtration system on in my room was the first night I slept through the night. Didn't have to use double pillows. I've done away with antihistamines. If this product can help me, it can help anybody.
To stay at the forefront of product development in the environmental wave, NSA has set up a full-time research and development staff, an EPA-certified laboratory, and an acquisitions and mergers department that continually looks for exciting new products and companies to acquire. A wave of new products opens up big new markets.
A new addition to the NSA line, for example, is the sparkling water system. This exciting new product expands the fast-growing water industry to include the multi-million-dollar sparkling water market for all NSA retailers and wholesalers.
NSA keeps giving us new products so we can go back to our existing customers and keep bringing them new things that they don't have before. For example, now we've got the sparkling water system. Just last weekend, I loaned one to a happy customer, and she had a party, invited a few friends over, and came back. When she brought the thing back, she had orders for 3 of them. You know, I just love this company.
NSA has developed a new automobile air filter that effectively handles cigarette smoke and exhaust fumes from heavy traffic.
This opens up a huge new market for air treatment products.
We can take our air filtration for the car and service all the existing automobiles on the road today and all the ones in the future. What a great place for an air filtration product.
Some products are destined to become standard items in homes and offices around the world. This is an opportunity available to you now with NSA products. And the timing is perfect as another wave converges. We are witnessing right now the cresting of a second enormous wave. the return to direct sales.
This worldwide wave called direct sales, consumers buying from the convenience of their home through catalogs, TV, and through a network of people, is building at the same time that retail sales activity is down across the country. The Kiplinger letter reports that in Japan, last year over 80% of new Toyota automobiles were sold through direct sales, which it calls a worldwide phenomenon.
NSA's direct sales approach. That's a perfect way to introduce somebody to a new product. When you allow someone to try the product before they buy it, that's a perfect introduction.
With 21 years of direct sales experience, never have I had the opportunity to be involved with a company like NSA where the timing is absolutely perfect for the products that they have. We have products that very few people have that everyone is soon going to have.
Almost all products offered to the public today go through a cycle of maturation. Drawn as a graph, this cycle looks like a bell curve. First, new products are introduced to the marketplace. Increasingly, they are marketed through direct sales. As a product continues to mature in the marketplace, advertising and promotional support become key factors. The product obtains greater market penetration until at last it receives wide distribution and is perceived as a common product. The profitable high growth stage of this cycle clearly is here, on the upward slope of the curve. This is where NSA has staked out its territory. This is where the big profit opportunities are.
Here is how NSA products, introduced at the leading edge of the curve, translate into outstanding compensation for you. The traditional company manufactures products at a certain cost. The company distributes them through a chain of middlemen, sales reps, jobbers, wholesalers, and retailers. The company also typically spends a considerable amount of money on advertising the product to the public. USA Today reports that advertising is now a $130 billion a year industry.
NSA does things differently. There is still a cost for manufacturing its products, of course, but by eliminating the middlemen and the substantial costs of advertising, NSA makes that money available to compensate its network of distributors.
With a background in advertising, I was astonished by the fact that NSA had experienced an 8,000% growth rate without spending a dime in advertising. To me, that was a tribute to their product and their marketing program.
Think of it as a redistribution of wealth. NSA incorporates the power of network marketing to bring its products to market. Network marketing is an explosive third wave that's surging throughout the world.
In the best-selling book Megatrends, author John Nesbitt explains that in the network environment, success is achieved by empowering others to do well, not by climbing over them. Network marketing has been so successful that it is now being used by staid corporate America. Today, hundreds of prestigious universities teach this type of marketing in their business curriculum. The Wall Street Journal and Stanford Research have concluded that between 50 and 65% of all goods and services will be sold through network marketing before the end of the decade.
Success Magazine reports that network marketing will be the most powerful way to reach consumers in the 90s. Yet less than 2% of the population is presently involved in this type of marketing. Clearly, anyone who cannot network will be left behind. The NSA marketing strategy offers several ways to make money: by retailing product, by wholesaling product to others, by earning overrides, and by earning residuals.
Retailing NSA products is simple.
NSA's approach to letting an individual try it before you buy it has a phenomenal 50% close ratio. That's really unheard of in any other industry.
I love NSA's soft sell approach. I find that if I just loan the product, over half of the people that I show it to want to keep it.
What's amazing to me is that I can make $100 to $250 just on a retail sale with NSA.
Our family needed a second income. I didn't want to have to work an 8-to-5 job, as we have 3 children at home and I'm very active in their lives, and I didn't want that part of my life to have to change. I got involved in NSA about 10 months ago. I work 20 hours a week retailing the product. I make $2,200 a month. It's a great income, and NSA works around my schedule.
So when I looked at this, what was very attractive to me was the corporate retailing opportunity. I earn in excess of $6,000 a month just selling this product. You know, we can all speak from our own history. When we've tried something that works, and it's less expensive than what we're currently spending, of course we're going to buy it.
The wholesale compensation is even more powerful.
When I started out in my first month with NSA, I started out as a wholesaler. I involved about 30 people in my organization, the majority of which were retailing the product. They'd earn a retail commission based on their sales. I would earn a wholesale commission based on their volume. In fact, in the first month in the business, I earned over $25,000 in wholesale commissions based on the work effort of my dealer base.
As a result of that, I was able to teach and train other people how to do the exact same thing that I did, which was build a large, successful organization. And that is, in fact, the way that National Safety Associates has provided for us to build a successful business.
At the wholesale level, you can begin earning overrides.
Now we're coming to the most exciting part of our marketing plan, and that's the 3 to 9% royalty or bonus income that will be paid on your management efforts while you're building your organization. To make an analogy, as sales managers, you're paid on the performance of your people. The more they do, the better you do. That's why sales managers live in the big homes, drive the Mercedes, and have the swimming pools. To make a parallel in our business, in our industry, what you're going to discover is that the 3 to 9% that you're going to be paid on building the dreams of other people becomes enormous, and it's the main reason why people produce wealth in network marketing.
I started NSA about 3.5 years ago, and by sharing the product and sharing the opportunity, I involved 26 people in my organization, which just goes to show you that you don't need an army with this business. That's 26 people is less than 1 per month. But what I did do is I worked with those 26 people, and those 26 involved 91, and those 91 involved 240, and those 240 involved 350. And now I have thousands of people in my organization. Just to give you an example, last year I personally did 50,000 in sales, but my organization did millions. And I get 3 to 9% based upon their efforts, even though I personally only know about 10% of those people.
Traditionally, in most businesses, when you make a sale, you get paid for it that one time, and it's over and done with. The thing I like so much about NSA is that you're constantly getting repaid when people buy the products again. Now, we have a track record of a lot of business taking place that way. Right now, more than 80% of our customers rebuy another water product, and well over 90% of our customers are constantly replacing their air products. So that's real security, not only off your own efforts, but off the efforts of the entire organization that you've built.
How can NSA pay their distributors these enormous rebates and bonuses? Remember, NSA uses people to move its product to people and to expand its distribution. NSA has taken all that money and put it in your pocket. Is it any wonder that 20% of the millionaires in America in the past 10 years have come from this type of marketing?
When considering your future income, you have several options. You can go back to school for education or retraining. You can work your way up the corporate ladder. You can start your own business from scratch. Or you can buy a franchise. Let's see how your NSA business would compare to an average franchise. People invest in a franchise for a proven program, for ongoing assistance and support, research and development of new products and structures, and group dynamics. NSA doesn't stop there. They offer you financing, sales and marketing assistance, support centers, sales aids and literature, international conferences and training. Franchises, on the other hand, lock you to restricted territories, like one street corner where you invest hundreds of thousands of dollars before you make a dime. NSA puts no restriction on your growth. Franchisers make you pay them 3 to 6% off the top. NSA can pay you 3 to 9% on your entire business. And as you develop your business, you can qualify for NSA's top career position, National Marketing Director. Hundreds of people have attained this top position.
When I first looked at NSA and saw the benefits with the top position, I knew that's what I was going for. $3,000 a month expense account, a major medical I needed, dental insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, an educational fund for my family, and profit sharing and stock in the company. I knew that was for me.
You know, I was with Xerox 5 years before I was vested. I got a profit-sharing check after being involved with NSA 7 months. I got a check. And then they sent me a check for Christmas for $1,000. Merry Christmas. I couldn't believe it.
Last year, NSA divided millions of dollars between its national marketing directors.
Maybe that's why, according to the Direct Sales Association, National Safety Associates has more people making over $10,000 per month than any company of its kind, and more women making over $10,000 per month than any company in history. NSA's computer system records your monthly growth and tracks all your distributors. You'll receive a monthly statement that will comprise about 90% of your bookkeeping.
My corporate and business background really didn't give me the reference necessary to understand NSA. It was obvious to me the company was strong, the industry was there, and the products definitely had a purpose. But the concept of network marketing was something that was very foreign to me. See, me, like a lot of other people, I had a lineal background. By that, anything I'd ever done, whether it was in the corporate world or within my own business, I had to be there for it to happen. Well, with network marketing, you can work with a very few people, and through the geometric growth side of this business, everybody deals directly with NSA, and you're out of the loop. They're getting their products and everything else from NSA, and you're there really to help them build their business. So what's happened for me in just a matter of a few years from a small town like Albuquerque, New Mexico, I've been able to generate an international business that gives me an income far superior to what I was able to get before in both the Fortune 500 company and my own business. I do not punch a clock. I don't have a boss. I come and go when I want to. I travel when I want to. But every single day, my business continues to grow.
When she made more money in the third month in this business net than I did running 7,000 Mexican steers on that 300-section ranch, I decided maybe we could do this business. NSA has really given us the chance to get back into a business that we can retire in.
Found National Safety Associates in December of 1987. Started with the company in January of '88. Have found both of the things that I've been looking for, which is number one, independence, and then also number two, the six-figure income.
I got started on a part-time basis with NSA, put out a few units to my friends, and before long I was making more money with NSA on a part-time basis than I was making with my 3 clothing stores and school income combined.
My husband and I have always worked hard at everything we've ever done, whether it's been working for someone else or in business for ourselves. We've always managed to make a good living. But what we saw in NSA was an opportunity not only to make a good living, but for financial independence.
Now I'm in a position where I'm the employer. I have no FICA, Social Security, unemployment, or workman's comp to pay out, so I have all the privileges of being an employer but none of the heartaches. In addition to that, I'm in an all-cash MasterCard or Visa business, so I have no accounts receivable. I have no collection problems, and I'm not playing banker like the whole world is today, working off of other people's money.
You've seen evidence of the success and long-term stability of NSA. You've known from all the news stories and publicity that the home and office environmental filtration industry was ready to explode with pent-up potential.
We've shared with you the exciting NSA products that not only meet the world's needs, but are on the high-growth leading edge of the product cycle. And as we've seen, the direct sales wave is sweeping the country.
You've seen how NSA's network marketing plan allows you the flexibility to be involved at any level you want, wherever you choose to do business, with outstanding financial rewards at every level. This is the exciting third wave, network marketing. And now, you've seen how easy it is to separate yourself from the crowd and achieve financial independence.